Us Brits love our fast food. We spend a staggering £6 billion on takeaway every single year. And we have more places serving it up than anywhere else in Europe.
Over the series, from fish and chips to Chinese, we'll be exploring our love affair with takeaway.
This week, we want to find out what makes the best Indian takeaway.
We're going behind the counters of Britain's top curry houses to discover the secrets of their trade.
There's only 3 people that know the recipe of what's in this bag. It's me, my mum and dad.
We'll be uncovering the history behind the British curry and how it broke down cultural barriers.
Punjabis and the Glaswegians have a lot in common. We love a drink, they love a drink. They love a fight at a wedding, we start fights at weddings. So a great deal of commonality.
Oh, my knife!
And we're inviting some award-winning curry chefs to a contest to find out what makes the best Indian takeaway.
That's what you call a naan bread.
Wow, it's a naan.
We are celebrating the real food that we eat and the people behind it.
Whether it's a spicy jalfrezi or a creamy tikka masala, Indian takeaway is one of the most loved foods on the British menu. We order 3 million Indian takeaways and eat 4 million poppadoms every week. So we're searching the country to find out what makes the best takeaway curry.
We often think of fast food to be bad food, but I believe it can be great. We've got some brilliant takeaways in this country, so we've found 3 of the best independent curry houses to take part in a contest. They're all award-winning and they're all very different, but they each believe that their food is the best.
Ahead of the contest, Chef Tom Kerridge is on his way to visit the first contender. On the outskirts of Glasgow is Mushtaq's restaurant. Hidden behind this ordinary shopfront lies Britain's biggest Indian takeaway kitchen.
OK, 1 veg kora, chicken birra, chicken tikka masala, 2 pulao rice, 1 naan straight away, 1 pulao rice.
This kitchen serves up curry on a giant scale.
Chicken pakora, lamb, chicken tikka masala, pulao rice, boiled rice.
3 naan bread straight away, please.
Up to 1,000 takeaways are sent out every Friday. That's 1 curry every 3 minutes. This enormous operation is the brainchild of award-winning chef Ajmal.
So this is the operation.
OK.
2 salad, chicken tikka masala, chicken tikka korma, pulao rice, chips. Your order, please.
Well, we're in like an aircraft hangar of a kitchen, aren't we? So
It's a massive operation, yes.
It could be any form of factory-led line that works to efficiency, all those kind of processes you've put into a model that works for takeaway.
Absolutely.
This one's a korma, chicken tikka korma.
Ajmal has won Scotland's Chef of the Year at the Asian Food Awards.
Tom, can you do what you're doing, but just do it like 3 times faster? Yeah.
His recipes have been handed down from his family.
My parents started out when they opened their very first restaurant back in the 70s. When they came over to this country, the only thing they were good at is cooking a limited range of Indian food, and that's exactly what we're doing here today.
OK, so even though it's a limited range, you're trying to make sure that it's still high quality.
It still is, and my mum and dad still come here every other day for their meal.
You know, that's testament to how hard you're working and how consistent your product is.
Yeah.
Ajmal believes his parents' authentic Punjabi recipes are what makes his takeaway curries so special.
It starts off here. This is the humble onion. This is the foundation of every curry. So these onions are going to get cooked, and it takes about 4.5 hours to cook a pot of gravy.
So do you add anything else to that? Is that just onion?
We add
your magic mix.
The magic mix. There's only 3 people that know the recipe of what's in this bag. It's me, my mum and dad.
OK.
So the spice will go in here, it's going to be cooked for about another hour, and then we're going to blend it, and then the texture will be like that.
Is this the base for all of the curries?
This is probably about 25% of the flavour at this point, and then we add different ingredients to make up the different sauces.
Right.
Veg ricotta, curry pesto, lamb boiled rice.
I've just been witness to Ajmal's jaw-dropping operation. He's certainly perfected speed and efficiency. He's the biggest, but is he the best? We're pitching him against two outstanding but very different chefs in our contest.
Almost 500 miles away on the south coast is our second contestant.
You order 2 momos, followed by 1 mutton.
A chef with a very different vision for what he thinks makes the best Indian takeaway.
There's another chili chicken fry coming, eh? Okay, let's go.
Alan is the head chef of Chili Pickle in Brighton.
And then this can go, we have some micro leaf on here to finish.
The restaurant won Best Takeaway at the British Curry Awards 2 years running.
Well, we've always been innovative in what we do. I think, you know, starting off with an Englishman running an Indian restaurant in itself is quite unique. And we always try to, I guess, give an element of that real sort of food that you would get in India, kind of unapologetic, spicy, full of strong flavours.
Alan gathers recipes from all over India.
Just come back, we went to Chennai and Goa. There's a couple of dishes we tried there and we've actually brought it to the menu. And it's, you know, the kind of thing that we really look for on our travels.
Wow, it's amazing. The restaurant's really busy, really buzzy. It's a great noise. There's nothing better than a full restaurant. But this isn't actually what I want to see. I want to see what's going on downstairs in the takeaway.
Alan is a classically trained chef. He believes his food will stand out in the contest because he's creating takeaway dishes from high-quality restaurant cooking.
Wow, hello Alan, how are we doing, Chief? You okay?
Yeah, nice to see you.
Amazing. Okay, so this is the takeaway kitchen.
Yeah, indeed. It's a bit different to upstairs.
So upstairs in the restaurant, it's a beautiful, well-designed menu that's quite restaurant-focused.
Sure.
How many of those dishes can actually come from upstairs, downstairs? How many transcends?
Basically, it's the main base of curries, the wet dishes, all of the garnishes around it. So it's the items that travel well.
Alan keeps ahead of the game by preparing and packing batches of dishes in advance. So they're ready to go as soon as they're ordered.
We're just cooking, you know, anything up to 10 portions of each curry, lined up, the mutton, a draki.
So it means that everything can go at the same time. Nobody's waiting for anything.
Absolutely. You know, it's almost like a KFC or a McDonald's scenario, where you got, you know, your cheeseburger, your fries. You've got all the curries lined up, all the garnishes there, and it just feeds from the other side and bang, 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 and then they just fill the boxes.
Fish curry? Coming right up. How many? Just one, there we go. My work here is done. The thing about Alan today that I've been so impressed with is I suppose his enthusiasm for knowledge, the way that he wants to kind of absorb like a sponge everything there is to know about Indian cookery. But he's up against two others who've literally grown up in takeaways, and Indian food's in their blood. My question is, will Alan's cooking feel authentic enough to win this contest?
Thank you very much.
For many of us, takeaways are now a regular part of our routine. But how did this tradition start? Back in the 1970s, more than 1 million women left home to start work in typing pools and offices around the country. By the end of the decade, nearly 60% of working-age women were in employment. As women had less time to spend in the kitchen, speed was of the essence.
Microwave cooking units are indeed revolutionary.
And ready meals and convenience food took off. It wasn't long before the curry houses tapped into this new appetite for convenience, and Indian was the perfect food to kickstart the takeaway revolution. Curry could be batch cooked in advance and served quickly. It was easily transportable and didn't spoil. By the end of the decade, enjoying Indian takeaway had become the norm for many people. Since the 70s, takeaway curry has become available in every corner of the UK. To meet the final contestant taking part in our contest, Tom is heading deep into the Welsh valleys.
Now, I'm here in West Wales to visit one of our curry houses, which is one of the best in the UK. But I've got to be honest with you, this is one of the last places that I'd expect to find it.
People travel for miles to come to this small Welsh village for a taste of curry from this award-winning takeaway. Shaish is head chef and owner of Yasmin's.
One garlic fried rice, one mushroom fried rice.
He's won a string of prizes, including one for Best Chef at the Welsh Curry Awards.
I don't believe I'm second best. I'm heading for the best thing a chef could do. And what we have in plan for the future, is exciting.
Like 85% of all Indian takeaways in this country, Shaish's restaurant isn't Indian at all, but Bangladeshi.
Most of my family is magical with food. My dad used to own a restaurant, my brother owns a restaurant, my sister is a beautiful chef. I'm nearly ready.
Are you okay? Good. Good. What is it about you and your offering that makes you so unique?
Produce.
Okay.
Passion to now, grow and produce all the products that I use in the restaurant.
Shaish believes that the best Indian takeaway is all about the ingredients.
All this is grown from the garden, the radishes, the radish leaf. These are going to be my signature spinach. It's red spinach, Bengali spinach. In Indian restaurants, spinach is loved.
Shaish makes sure he has the freshest ingredients by growing them himself on a 3.5-acre smallholding.
All the salads for the restaurant forever will be fully grown by us.
Great a space as this is, how's that going to cope all year round?
I'm doing staggered growth. Pumpkins, butternut squashes, and all the heavy things that I could keep over winter will go into my mixed veg. But this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Shaish's plan is to become Britain's first self-sufficient Indian takeaway. So he's decided to rear his own meat too.
Oh, that's so cute!
You're not supposed to fall in love with them.
No.
This is produce. So, Shaish, we're building a chicken coop and pen here.
Yeah.
How many chickens are you going to have in here in total?
Ultimately, about 600 on the land.
Shaish, the last piece of your chicken shed. Yeah, mate.
This is easier than a jigsaw.
Look at that.
I could live in here.
To find somebody who works in the fast food industry with a takeaway, with that heart and that soul that's growing their own produce, is something that's very rare, and that is incredibly inspiring.
So, 3 completely different approaches to cooking curry. And today we're going to find out which is the best with a contest in the curry capital, Bradford. And what better place to spark up the tandoor ovens than in Lister Park with its beautiful Indian-inspired gardens.
Can we get some water?
Ajmal has travelled from Scotland.
More onion, green chilies.
Shaish has come from Wales.
Put the rice on this one.
And Alan has arrived from Brighton.
Please blend in, then rice, then cut in, then we're there.
The chefs will battle it out in 3 tests across the day to help us decide who makes the finest Indian takeaway.
The best British takeaways deliver fantastic food fast, and we expect them to be tasty and fresh every single time. This first task is all about speed. Which of you can cook and serve your best-selling dishes first?
Chefs, get cooking.
Get the gas on. We want to get the show on the road here.
Each chef will serve their dishes to a queue of customers.
It's a race to finish first, but fast food shouldn't mean bad food. We want to test that the quality is high, even when they're pushing out all of those orders.
Tom will be judging, and he'll be helped by Spice Master Inam Ali.
What are you trying to do in here?
He's a man who knows his Indian cooking. Inam founded the world-renowned British Curry Awards.
When I open the container, I'm looking for the aroma, the spices, the fresh produce, the quality. I put it in my mouth, and all the spice start singing a song. And that is really for me.
This is more like it, isn't it?
Each chef is preparing 2 dishes from their takeaway menu, which they'll serve up to the people of Bradford.
I'm making the famous chicken tikka masala.
It's a British favourite. 1 in 7 curries ordered in the UK is a chicken tikka masala.
A lot of restaurants use colouring and things like that. I find beetroot perfect, gives a nice colour. See, now it's coming to the chicken tikka masala colour, you see?
He's also serving Welsh lamb dansak. Both will be garnished with his own homegrown produce.
All my garden, organic salads, grown with love. Look at this.
Shabazz, you need to watch out. Some of these seeks are pretty sharp.
Ajmal is also making chicken tikka masala, along with lamb karahi.
Shabazz, what do you want to do? Shall we cook these tikkas all in the one go or 5 at a time?
5 at a time.
Excuse me?
He's the king of speed and scale, so he should perform well. But will Ajmal be able to adapt away from his production line?
Oh, my knife! I dropped food. I dropped 2 bits of food. Give me a break. Coming through, very hot. You know, we're cooking everything from scratch. I mean, even the time it takes to skewer this takes about 2-3 minutes to skewer us one of these, and we need basically 30 of these. Come on!
The chefs have no idea how much their customers will order, so Ajmal's doing what he does best, cooking large quantities.
Oh, nice.
But not everyone's in a panic.
Chicken, okay?
There is such focus and calm over here compared to everyone else.
Coming through, very hot.
There's no crazy running around.
Yeah, we're keeping it on the inside, I think.
Organised and efficient.
These too wet.
Alan's classical training seems to be coming into its own, but his dishes are complex.
This is green pea kebabs. If there's too much water, it will just become very soft, which is not what we want.
Alan's spiced green pea kebabs are his own invention, filled with cheese and coated in crushed poppadoms.
Who doesn't love a poppadom?
He's also serving chicken zakuti, a South Indian recipe using toasted coconut chips, his variation of chicken tikka.
An Englishman with an Indian restaurant, you know, someone that's come to it later in life, whereas possibly they were always from day one. We're up for it, and we'll see how it goes.
Shaish, how you doing?
Good,
Okay, well, the customers are on their way.
Yes.
Chop, chop, chop!
Ready or not, the people of Bradford have arrived, hungry and armed with their orders.
Rice bags! Oh, where are they? Where are they? There's too much to do. There's simply not enough time.
Rice is done, salad's done, the mixed vegetable done.
Shabazz, talk to me. Rice ready?
Yes.
Perfect. I think we're OK. What can I get you?
Each chef has 7 customers to serve.
OK, Shabazz, chicken tikka masala, lamb karahi, veg, festival puri, 3 claw rice.
And each customer will order the same number of portions.
Take off the gloves, they're slowing you down.
Where's the rice?
Yeah.
The chef who serves all their customers first wins. But the food must be perfectly cooked.
First order nearly ready. There you go, lovely.
Shaish is first to box and bag up.
Remember Yasmin? Oh no, excuse me. I forgot your chicken tikka masala. Sorry. I apologize. Ali is new to this business. You know, I'm trying to teach him. Sorry, lovely. 2 chicken tikka masala.
1 aubergine, 1 zakuti, 1 lalmas, 1 green pea kebabs.
Cool as a cucumber, Alan is working methodically.
Okay, mate, so everything here labelled. What's this?
Lalmas.
This is all the lalmas.
He's using his takeaway technique of boxing up dishes in advance of knowing the orders.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Next, please.
6 pilau.
6 rice. Yeah, we're on a roll now, and happy with the quality. It's all looking good. Okay, thank you. Next, please.
Okay, Shabazz, chicken tikka masala, lamb karahi, veg, festival puri, 3 pilau rice. Shabazz, what we got here? What's chicken tikka masala? Yeah. How many pieces of chicken? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, yep, that's right.
Ajmal's rushing to keep up, but there's a problem.
Shabazz?
Yep.
Which one's a karahi sauce? They both look the same in this light. I'll get a spoon and taste it.
Ajmal's getting confused about his sauces, which concerns me. I hope that in his rush to get ahead, he's taking his time to adapt his 1 base curry sauce to make the 2 curries taste different.
Karahi, this one here?
Yeah.
You feeling the pressure, my friend?
Sheesh, let your food do the talking.
I'll do my orders and I come and help you.
Shabazz, I tell you what, you start the naan breads. Let's get 7 naan breads. Come on, Sheesh, you're going to have to make the naans a bit longer than that.
Shaish,
Yes?
Shaish, so much activity and so much happening.
Naan has been eaten in India for nearly 700 years.
Come on, Sheesh, you're doing baby naans there, come on.
Cooking it is a test of speed and skill. The oven reaches over 400 degrees centigrade, and it's an art to get the naan cooked perfectly inside and out without burning.
Sheesh, come on, look, that's what you call a naan bread.
Oh, wow, it's a naan-off.
Get with it, Sheesh.
That's tiny.
Ignore him, ignore him.
So, we're good to go. Enjoy your meal. Will do. And the lovely weather. See you later. Next, please.
Are you feeling the heat?
I certainly
Not
am.
just of the tandoor.
No, of the actual pressure. Ali, you taking the next order, please? Come on!
1 aubergine, 8 zakuti.
Instead of naan, Alan is frying roti, which he'll serve with additional side dishes. He's given tandoor duties to his assistant, and he's nearly through his 4th customer.
We measured it out quite well, so let's see.
Okay, next order ready.
Both Shaish and Ajmal are now just 1 order behind Alan.
4 masalas, 2 veg kormas, 10 lamb dansak we need.
10 lamb dansak. 10 portions of lamb. Oh, my Lord. I think I'm going to not have enough lamb. I don't know if I put too much.
Shaish?
Oh, my God. I'm going to have a heart attack.
What's going on?
I was thinking the first order was such a small order.
You were giving big portions away at the beginning.
4 masalas. Okay, there is no masala.
You've run out of
I
masala?
run out of masalas, I know. I think I maybe put a little bit too much in each container is rushing. Most probably.
With 4 customers left to serve,
Ali, stop looking beautiful and do something.
Shaish must now cook new curries.
I've heard other teams run out of food. That might work in our favour. Right, listen, darling, you come over here. We'll sort you out.
Boo! I'm going to phone the local takeaway. Go for it. Where's my spoon?
2 chicken tikka masala. I'll do the portion control. Come on. Need a bit more gas.
Ajmal's finally found his rhythm.
Right, next person. I'm going to take your order just in a minute.
And he's starting to close the gap on Alan.
You're going to love this. Hiya, next please.
Okay, let's go 10 llamas.
Shabazz, just up the pace, just himmat market, just a little bit more. We're nearly there, we can see the finish line. I need 2 guys around here just to hold me up. I'm about to collapse.
Alan and Ajmal are both on their final customer.
Pick up the speed just ever so slightly. It's the last order.
And it's a race to see who can finish serving them first.
We've got 2 more lids, please.
Have we got enough? We've just got enough. I need a hand counting.
Coming to the end. Okay, sir?
Yeah, no, thanks. Thank you.
Is it all for you?
Yeah. No.
Gentlemen, the last order has been packed and served. Please stop what you are doing.
You could have given us a countdown.
You lost! Shame! How do you feel?
Alan served all his customers first, but the judges will taste all the cook's dishes to see if anyone sacrificed quality in the rush to win.
How you doing, Sheish?
Good, thank you.
What happened there, Chief? You ran out of stuff?
I think we gave a bit too much in the first place when we was rushing around.
You got any lamb to taste?
Yes, of course, yes. You still got lamb to taste.
So what cut of lamb is it?
A leg of lamb.
And it's pretty dry.
So this is the one that you ran out of. This is the bit that you put together for us. So should we just move on?
Carry on.
We'll forget about the lamb and let's go on to something else.
Chicken tikka masala.
So flavoursome, really earthy, and I think that dish tastes incredible.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How you doing, Ajmal?
Very well, thanks.
You okay?
Thank you very much, yep.
Should we get in there and taste?
Yes.
Ajmal was a very close second on this test, but did he maintain quality in his cooking?
OK, that is lamb karahi.
Lamb is actually absorbed the sauce very well.
Yeah.
Sour, a little bit sweet.
Yeah.
A little bit sweet, a little bit hot.
Yep.
And it's got a multi-flavour. I think it's a great dish. Great
Thank you.
lamb dish, yeah.
Thank you. And then we've got the chicken tikka masala.
I think it's a good dish. I think it's quite one-dimensional. I would say it's similar to the lamb. If I had that and the lamb and a rice dish, I wouldn't feel that there's too much in the way of it being different. Alan, well done. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chef.
Alan served his customers first, but he will only win this round if his food is perfectly cooked.
Chicken zakaiti, so there's a Goan chicken curry.
And those flavours coming through there give it a real depth. Wonderful warmth. That's a stunning, stunning dish.
Let's look at the kebab. This is really crispy, beautiful taste. Papadum coating, and you got a peas inside. I think you've done very well on this one. Very good. Well done. Thank you very much.
Alan not only won the race, but he retained high quality throughout, winning him the task.
I think we pulled it together. Overall, very happy. Absolutely.
The task carried on, and then the orders keep on coming in, and how big the orders were. You know, it did get hectic, but I enjoyed it.
The Indian food we eat today is as much influenced by the British palate as it is by Indian spices.
The best-selling curries in our Indian takeaways weren't actually invented anywhere near India. The origins of these dishes that we know and love rest much closer to home in the industrial heartlands of the UK.
In the booming 50s and 60s, workers from the Commonwealth were invited to Britain to fill gaps in the labour force. Hundreds of thousands of migrants from the Indian subcontinent arrived in the UK to take up jobs in manufacturing and services. They were drawn to big industrial centres in the Midlands, the North, and in Scotland. Here on Glasgow's docks, I've come to meet writer and broadcaster Hardeep Singh Kohli.
If I take you back 50 years, none of this was here. This was all shipyards, factories, and the kind of housing built around it to serve the manufacturing.
Hardeep's father arrived here back in the mid-60s. But it wasn't the dream many of the immigrants had hoped for.
It was hard work, it was demanding work, and also when you're incoming, you're at the bottom of the pile. So you do all the jobs nobody else really wants to do.
And it was about to get worse.
Another sharp rise in unemployment.
The late 1970s saw Britain slide into decline.
There's a forecast that 3 million people will be unemployed.
With factory closures, industrial action, and hundreds of thousands of workers laid off in the manufacturing industries alone. Despite the collapse of the economy, the Indian immigrants spotted an opportunity.
Pubs would shut at 10, 10:30, and people would still want a drink. So if you opened a restaurant and you could extend the licensing hours effectively, so you became a glorified pub with food.
Curry and lager were bound together for decades to come.
And for Hagar the Horrible, our house speciality, Arctic Moose Vindaloo, extra hot.
Punjabis and the Glaswegians have a lot in common. We're big meat eaters, a lot of the Punjabis. Glaswegians love meat. We love a drink, they love a drink. They love a fight at a wedding, we start fights at weddings. So a great deal of commonality. The interesting thing is, as these immigrants set up these restaurants, they stopped being immigrants. They started becoming Mr. Singh. They had names. The humanization of the immigrants happened through restaurants.
By the mid-1970s, there were more than 1,200 curry houses across the UK. Here in Glasgow,
Gibson Street was nicknamed Vindaloo Valley. This was the place that you came if you needed a hit of spice.
I'm going to meet one of the early pioneers, Glasgow curry king Balbir Samal. He's still cooking up curry today.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What was Indian food like when you arrived here?
It was very basic because we couldn't get the proper ingredients like my mother used in India. And this was the one that everybody used. It was all-in-one spice called Madras curry powder.
So for every different type of curry, really it was the same curry?
Exactly.
It was that powder, bit of salt, bit of chilli.
And different ratios.
So in different ratios?
What they lacked in ingredients, the chefs made up for in imagination. And they looked to British dishes for inspiration.
We took advantage of some local produce like tomato ketchup, creams, condensed milk.
Just a bit of improvisation?
Yeah, that's right. People want to please their clientele.
Chefs adapted their dishes to appeal to our love of sauces and gravies, fusing Indian and British cooking. From tikka masalas to baltis, they were inventing a whole new cuisine.
So those Indian dishes, which to me are quintessentially Indian, are in fact not?
I would say so, because we're from north of India, and I've traveled to the south of India recently. I'm just back again, but they don't have those dishes there.
So if I went to India and asked for a chicken tikka masala...
I think they would probably ask what kind of a masala.
It may not have been authentic, but for most Brits, it was their first taste of curry.
You usually have a pint of lager with this.
Do you remember the first time you had curry?
I adored it, utterly adored it. I adored it. Because it was like nothing else you'd ever had.
People went out, had a drink, they were drunk, so they said, oh, I can eat curry hotter than you, and no, you can't. Yes, I can.
Back in the 70s, Indian produce was hard to come by in Britain. But today, our chefs have authentic ingredients at their fingertips. So we're testing their knowledge on the most vital element of them all.
Spices are at the heart of Indian cooking, and we want to see your understanding of these fundamental ingredients.
Are you ready?
Yes.
The majority of Indian takeaways create a secret spice blend. And today we want our chefs to make their own masala mix.
Oh, I'm in heaven here. Nice.
They have 40 spices to pick from.
Why are you picking up the...
bit of heat.
They'll be judged by Inam Ali, restaurateur and founder of the British Curry Awards.
So what are you looking out for here?
I'm looking for their knowledge and their ability and what they're picking up from this, spice rack.
Inam has deliberately included some stale spices.
It's so important for any chef. If you pick up the ingredients which is already off and you put it in the blend, it could be jeopardize whole cooking for a whole evening.
And what's best to use, whole or ground spices? Because there's a huge array on the table. Is there a right or wrong way?
The ready-made ground one is, of course, is good. But the best one, if you can get the whole one and blend it nice to your own, put in the blender, it's like a coffee beans. Having a coffee beans in the blender and having a coffee, imagine how tasty it is.
After losing to Alan in the speed test, Ajmal and Shaish have everything to prove. Shaish learnt his craft working in kitchens from the age of 13 in his family-run curry house.
Cardamom, roasted as like the garam masala.
Coriander seeds, they're very, very fragrant, and that's going to go nicely with the fish.
Ajmal's secret spice recipes have been passed down from his parents.
And I'm going to keep the mix to a minimum. I think 6-7 ingredients maximum, and you'll be able to get a great flavour with that.
Sure.
Alan's knowledge of spices is self-taught, learnt by trips to India and hard study.
Black pepper, fennel, and the chili powder with some garlic paste.
Yeah.
Once they've chosen the spices, the chefs need to dry roast them in a pan and grind them finely.
Release the natural oil and give us a deep flavour and aroma.
First up is Alan.
Okay, we got a South Indian masala.
Yeah.
Inam will judge the chef's blend by coating a fillet of cod in the spices.
What I'd normally do is add some rice flour.
Yeah.
To kind of give that South Indian fish fry.
Yeah.
I've just taken a little bit of plain flour instead with a little bit more turmeric and chili powder.
What flour did you use?
I'm not sure that there was flour on the table.
Yeah.
What could that have been then?
Normally, when you see the color of the flour, and you can easily tell that it is not a flour.
Sure.
You pick the garlic
All right,
flour.
well, that's a bit of a silly mistake there.
Let's look at it and see what happened.
Into the pan.
Yeah. Because of the spice, is garlic too much here? It's burning quicker.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Let's try this flavor on this. Very, very strong. And you made a mistake on, instead of the powder, you put the garlic powder in there. I see that. So that's also making it less interesting than I was expected, yeah.
I was a bit mortified with the, I guess, the garlic flour incident, whereas it's a silly mistake, really.
Ajmal's masala mix is next.
The moment of truth.
If fish is singing, smell coming to me, something saying is not right.
What's wrong?
Let's try this. Well, the cumin, I think, is off.
Thank you, Ajmal.
Thank you. Cheers. It was an error on my part. I tasted every single spice I put onto my plate, apart from the cumin seeds, and that was the one that was stale.
Shaish, it's your turn now. Come and show your spice blend.
No problem at all.
Yeah.
Are you happy with this so far?
I'm sound good, smell good, looks good. Look at the color.
You can see that it's gone into the fish. Okay. Are you nervous?
No.
Looking at the fish, I think it looks very tempted, looks good. And color, look at this, is equal. And that's very important. Oh.
That is a happy noise.
A happy noise. Yeah. Thank you very much. Well done, Chef.
Thank you
Brilliant.
very much.
Well done. You've done fantastic.
Anam, have you made your decision of who made the best blend?
Yes, I have. Shash, you've done amazingly well. Your combination is remarkable. The color, the aroma, the flavor, it goes on very well. And I really feel that you are the winner for these challenges. Thank you.
Well done.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I am feeling very good. Very, very good. But of course, the chefs are both very skillful, very good. So, I'll keep my wit about it. And at the end of all the competition, then we'll know, really. But for now, yeah, I feel good.
Spice plays a big part in our national diet, and that's in part down to our love of Indian food.
So how did a subcontinent over 4,000 miles away have such a big impact on the British menu?
I've come to Osborne House on the Isle of Wight, Queen Victoria's summer residence. In a corner of this very British palace lies a clue to where our love of Indian food began.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
So this is the Indian room.
Food historian Polly Russell has brought me here to understand Queen Victoria's fascination with India.
This room was commissioned as part of her Golden Jubilee celebrations. Victoria brought over here Indian craftsmen to be able to produce this real replica of India in the Isle of Wight.
This is a very passionate room. It's almost like a love letter to India.
Although Queen Victoria was the Empress of India, it was never possible for her to travel there.
In this room, she's able to sort of experience a bit of India in the Isle of Wight.
For her Golden Jubilee, she was gifted some Indian servants. One of them became her favourite.
Here is the picture of Abdul Karim, and he came over when he was 24. You can see a very attractive, handsome man. He was about 6'2". I mean, he looks very appealing, I think.
I can imagine if she was interested in the culture and he's this tall, beautiful, educated man, why she took to him so much.
Abdul Karim was quickly promoted to Munshi, or teacher, and he introduced the Queen to curry, which she quickly acquired a taste for.
Instead of the sort of corridors being smelling of boiled cabbage and stewed mutton, you know, you've got coriander and turmeric and, you know, beautiful spices.
Dinner is served. It is so exciting to be eating curry in the same room that Queen Victoria ate her curry.
Yeah, and a very similar recipe to one that she would have eaten.
How often did Queen Victoria eat curry? Was it just for a special occasion?
No, she really liked curry. We know that she had curry for lunch most days, despite suffering from indigestion.
She suffered from indigestion?
She
can't have helped. She must have really loved it.
In the 100 years since Queen Victoria grappled with her indigestion, we've all come to share her passion for curry. For the final task, we don't want our chefs to look to the past, but to invent new dishes to suit the modern palate.
We want you, chefs, to come up with a completely new set meal. I want to see an impressive use of spices and an inventive use of ingredients.
Chefs, you have 90 minutes to cook up a storm. Off you go.
Where's that big bowl? There you go.
The chefs need to prepare 2 innovative dishes in an hour and a half.
Shabazz, where's the pomegranate? Oh, I've got it.
Oh, it's hot.
I'm looking for great tasting food here, with surprising new combinations of flavours. I'm looking for creativity and imagination, while staying true to the spirit of the Indian takeaway that we all love.
Flavour. These are massive.
Shesh lost the speed test, but now he's won the spice round, he'll need to keep focused if he's going to win the contest.
How are you doing, Shesh?
Not too bad.
You okay?
I'm good, thank you.
You're not going to run out of stuff this time, no?
No.
No, I've got enough of everything.
Got enough.
I can see there's a little bit of fish happening, is that right?
Yep, I'm gonna make tuna steak grilled with red spinach.
So is the tuna, you're cooking it for a long time, because is it not going to be served rare?
No. With Indian food, we love having, you know, well-done food.
Sheish is also cooking mackerel marinated in turmeric.
And then I'm gonna make mackerel bhaji with radish leaf. I caught the mackerel myself.
You actually went out on a boat and caught it?
Actually, went out on a boat. Yeah, film, please. This time of the year, I'm very lucky to actually catch a mackerel.
Perfect.
Ajmal hasn't won any of the tasks so far, so this is his last chance to catch up.
Ajmal.
Hi.
You look very prepared.
This is a good task for us. We had a couple of blips earlier on in the earlier tasks, but I think we got our game together, and I think this is our A game here.
He's also using fish to create a Scottish-inspired dish.
You don't often see salmon getting turned into pakora, but it's beautiful, beautiful for pakora. It's succulent, delicate, and the batter just encloses or encases all of that moisture.
Pakora is a fried snack that originates in northern India. The filling is dipped into batter made with gram, a flour made from chickpeas. Alongside his salmon pakora, Ajmal is serving chicken tays. It's made without one key ingredient that gives most curries their distinctive taste.
It doesn't use any onions, yogurt and tomato.
Really? It looks really colourful.
This task is the kind of cooking we love to do. Opportunity to be creative and, you know, create something great.
Alan has devised an ambitious menu. He's making tandoori quail's legs, which are first marinated in garlic and saffron. He'll serve them alongside tandoori guinea fowl, marinated in basil and coriander.
How we doing, Alan?
Hello, Tom. Yeah,
You
very
okay?
well. Very well.
Skate and Indian food, is that something that happens quite a lot?
No, not at all. But I mean, the fact is, it's got that lovely, almost gelatin fattiness to it,
Yeah.
which lends itself really well to the amatik gravy, which is sort of hot, sour, and where more delicate fishes wouldn't hold up to the gravy.
Right, OK.
Skate is the wings or fins of a flatfish. It has a distinctive taste and meaty texture.
I would say that skate, guinea fowl and quail are three dishes that you wouldn't normally associate with a takeaway menu, would you?
No, we wanted to do something special, innovative.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think these kind of ingredients lay themselves up for it very well.
OK. Are they pushing the boat out a little bit too far?
We'll see.
Sheish?
Yeah?
You're shaking your potatoes.
Yeah. Just
well,
a bit.
You're halfway through.
Halfway through.
Is that OK?
Yeah.
Yes?
Ali, can you debone the mackerel for me? Yeah?
What's that?
Debone the mackerel?
Yeah.
The filleted mackerel will be added to a sauce made with homegrown radish leaves and fresh coriander.
Can you have some more coriander, please?
Shabazz, you nearly ready?
Yes.
Thank God somebody is.
With the fresh tomatoes now reduced down, Ajmal can finish his chicken tays with spices and poached chicken breast.
I think we're all set, just about. We've just got a couple of tiny things to go. It's too much pressure.
How long have we got left?
Chefs, you have 15 minutes left.
Just get the kebabs now.
Alan won the speed test, but his knowledge of spices let him down. He can't afford to mess up this round if he's to win the overall contest.
Time is of the essence, so we've kind of sandwiched all the elements in. So hopefully nothing's going to go wrong, and we'll meet the target.
Sheish is now assembling his tuna saag.
Tuna and red saag. This is done, my friend. Ali, pack this. Tomato and brinjal done, lal saag now. Just one more dish left, is it? What is it? Usain Bolt would be jealous the way I was going early on.
5 minutes left, chefs. Just 5 minutes.
Alan still needs to cook and prepare his skate dish.
Oh,
In the rush to finish, he's made a simple chef mistake.
Yeah, is right. Can I have a glove quickly? Is that right?
Has he cut his hand?
Yeah, I'm happy, but I'd rather be on it if possible.
Because it's bleeding quite bad, we just need to get it plastered up, mate. All right.
We're nearly done. Right, so let's put the lid on. That's us finished. Rubbish. Boo!
Surfacely wipe. Let's go home now. What cooking?
Chefs, 1 minute remaining now. You have 1 minute only.
Can we go and help him?
Small lids. You bring the lids up. I'll start plating here, yeah?
Yeah.
The chefs need to plate up their dishes within the time limit.
Boom.
Did we forget something? Dun, 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 dun. Well,
Chefs, that is all the time you have. Please stop what you're doing. Your time is up.
I'm not allowed to finish it.
Please stop innovating.
I think I'm going to leave the restaurant business. Stop mini-cabbing.
Tom and Inam will be looking for great taste, skill and creativity.
How are we doing, Sheish?
Not too bad at all.
Happy?
I'm very happy.
First to be judged is Sheish's tuna sag, using his Welsh homegrown vegetables.
Now, this looks new, OK? This looks like something that you would not expect from a takeaway, OK?
I've never seen anything like this. Yeah. This is really good. This is real invention.
Do you know what? I thought this was going to be dry.
Yeah.
OK, I was worried that the tuna dries out too much. But what's happened is that beautiful spinach, the moisture that's come from that, works so well with that tuna. That's a beautiful dish. That's great cooking. It's new, it's inventive, it's fantastic.
Next, Sheish's mackerel bhaji, made with fish he caught himself.
Visually, wow. Looks amazing. Makes you want to get straight in there. It looks really green, really vibrant. Do you know the thing that's disappointing for me? There's some fish bones in there.
There's, I could see, yes.
And you see those fish bones? The last thing that you'd want in a takeaway for a customer is to have a fish bone. And mackerel is the easiest fish to fillet in the world because you just slice the bones out. So this, oh, mate, tastes amazing. Brilliant idea, fantastic. You just need to get the bones out. OK, Ajmal, how'd you get on?
Really well. I think it went really, really well.
Ajmal's first invention is an onion-free curry.
Called the chicken tez, which translated in English means sharp.
That's fantastic.
Thank you very much. And not an onion in sight.
It's very sharp. Something completely new.
Yeah, thank you very much.
A new gravy, a new idea, full of flavour.
Without onion, which is really fantastic.
This is some of the best cooking I think you've done all day.
Thank you very much.
Bringing a Scottish flavour from home to the contest, Ajmal's salmon pakora.
So that batter that goes on it,
yep.
Is that supposed to be crispy?
You know, when it came out the fryer, it was crispy, but see when you put a lid on it, you know, the steam softens up the batter.
A piece of fish deep fried in batter for me should be
crispy.
crispy.
OK,
should be crispy. OK, Alan, what's happened? What's gone wrong?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a tiny little nick on the finger with one of the knives. And it just kept bleeding. It was.
Have you
really
got everything cooked, though? That's the thing.
Yeah, I've got everything was cooked.
Okay.
It just wasn't plated.
And what a shame, because those boxes are beautiful. Sure. Huh? What an impact they would have had.
First up is Alan's sour, spicy skate, a southern Indian-inspired dish from Goa.
Delicious. I mean, skate takes to that kind of cooking very well. Because it's so robust and so meaty, the flavours that go there with it is absolutely stunning.
Alan's tandoori quail's legs and guinea fowl are both marinated in different spices and served with a selection of side dishes.
Those 3 pieces of meat, all very defined, different marinades, different flavours going on. I think that is some great cooking.
You've done a great job, Alan, honestly. This is very innovative.
Right, we're going to go away and have a little chat.
There's been some incredible cooking today, but there's no clear winner from this final round. Shaish left bones in his mackerel, Ashmal's batter wasn't crispy, and Alan just didn't serve up in time. So it's down to the judges to decide who is the overall winner today.
Ashmal, I think, let himself down in the speed test, which is the one that I thought he would do really well at. But then, my God, this afternoon, he really picked it up. When he's not thinking of doing a factory-style numbers, what a cook.
Yes, I think so. I think he done extremely well.
And then Shaish, if you just concentrate a bit more, just those tiny little refinement skills, just don't want to serve fish bones.
What about Alan?
Alan has really absolutely done a remarkable job.
Unquestionably great food, but I just wish we'd seen it all in the box, and that's the biggest downside.
All of the chefs have really shone in such different ways, but you have got to make a decision. Chefs, you have cooked with such passion and given us some extraordinary dishes. But as you know, there can only be one winner.
All three of you have done a phenomenal job. For us as judges, there is one chef that has just pushed themselves out front. Today's winner is Alan. Congratulations.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, what an accolade. To be recognised, not only to be picked in the first place as a shortlist of three of the best takeaways in the country, but to actually go ahead and win is phenomenal.
The food today was just amazing.
It started off a bit rocky, but we found our feet and we found our flow. I still think my parents would be very proud regardless.
It's part of life. You win one, you lose one. And what we came out of it is more than even winning.
Honestly, well done. All the chefs have shown amazing skill today. Alan didn't finish his boxing up on his last task, but he did win the speed test, proving he is quick as well as he's outstanding cook.
This contest has all been about proving that fast food doesn't have to mean bad food. And Alan's food has been a perfect example of how takeaway can be exciting, surprising, and just brilliant.
Well done, everyone. Really amazing job.